I'm going to do this set of curls in memory of the great Rich Piana.
Germany came back for it. Hey guys.
Rest in peace.
All right, here I am at Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills. It's the 3-year anniversary of Rich Piana's passing. And I have to say, I always get bummed out when I have to come down here. I don't know if it's because you think of the ones you lost, or it's also your own mortality. And it's just so I came a couple minutes ago to put these bougainvilleas on Rich's grave and his 2 residents next to him. And as you can see right here, obviously someone else is going to be put to rest today. They just came and dropped their flowers off for them. So it's going to be a sad day for them, definitely. So there he is, Rich Piana's grave. What's up, Big Rich? Yeah, and I noticed that the upkeep around here, when I look around, because of the pandemic, they're not, usually everything's a little cleaner. Obviously someone came and sharpened up around his tombstone, his grave marker. But I fixed June's a little, pulled some of the grass away, and I fixed Lola. And like I said, I brought them some bougainvilleas too. Because it's only fair since I'm visiting Rich, they're right next to him. So they're saying, what about me? But yeah, as I was driving up, it's really interesting with the flowers is when I was driving up, I saw a deer towards the entrance, and that's what happens. The deers eat these flowers. So they serve 2 purposes, you know, one to show your respect to your loved ones that passed, and another that you're helping sustain deers around here that eat this, you know. Because if you look around this whole place, you know, it's just a mountainous area. Probably a lot of coyotes out here in this area. So there's probably not a lot for the deer to eat except for the flowers here. But man, 3 years, you know, always just crazy. It's like, it's funny how there's some things in your life, you know, we all have them, some just dates you remember in your head, and you remember exactly what you're doing that day. Like another day I remember is 9/11. I remember 9/11 clearly when it happened. And then I remember, you know, waking up in the morning, getting ready to go to work, and I looked on the internet and saw that Rich had passed, and I remember I was just bummed out that whole day. I was like a little in shock, disbelief, saddened, you know. But just 3 years, man, 3 years. And like I said, the sadness never like really goes away. I mean, you learn to deal with it and you cope with it, and you think, you know, what if? You know, I always think about this. Anytime anything major happens in the world, I always think about, you know, I think about my buddy Leroy Colbert. I always think, man, what would he have thought? You know, what would Leroy have thought of Black Lives Matter? You know, what would he have thought of this pandemic? What would he have thought of Trump being president? Because he passed before, you know, Leroy passed before Trump was president. I'd just be curious to know what he would think, because he had an opinion on everything. It was so amazing. And that's one thing about Rich Piana, is he didn't really care too much about politics or sports. You know, he just cared about bodybuilding. You know, bodybuilding and building his brand. You know, the guy was, you know, obviously driven. But Yeah, I saw my buddy Rick Drayson last week. He's in the hospital because he had a knee replacement about almost 3 years ago, and it went out, so he can't walk. So he has to get it redone. So I went to visit him, and he wasn't in the best of spirits because he's in a lot of pain, and he's 76. And one thing about the reason I bring up Rick Drayson is because when I was looking at some of Rich's videos lately, I noticed that besides Rich making his own videos, the only other person he filmed a ton of videos with was Rick Drayson. He had been on his show and his YouTube channel probably 20 or 30 times. And he had been there before he even blew up and got big to what we know of Rich Piana today with the 5%. This was before 5% when Rich was, probably before when Rich was started with Mutant. Yeah, it's just, I have to admit, it never gets easy, man. Never gets easy. So it's a beautiful day, another beautiful day. I remember when I came here last year on a Sunday. Today's a Tuesday, it was a beautiful day. As you look around, we've been like in the high 90s, early 100s in temperature. And like I said, lots happened like in the last year. I just reflect on things that's happened in my life in the last year. I lost, in March, I lost one of my Yorkies, one of my oldest Yorkies. She was almost 16. And being someone that doesn't have kids, my dogs are literally like my kids. I probably treat my dogs better than most people treat their kids. And so it's just like, it's sad when you lose something dear to you, Yeah, that's why I always tell people, hey, live every day like it's your last, and really appreciate and show those around you that you care and love, that you do care and love them, because you never know when it's their last day, you never know when it's your last day. And that's what makes life so precious too, is because it's like if we all knew when our date was that we were going to pass, it'd be a totally different world, first of all. I think we just get caught up in a lot of petty things in life and don't look at the big picture, so just make your life the best for you and your family and your loved ones, and try to leave a positive impact on this world. And I think I think Rich did that. I think he left a positive impact. He's a lot of videos and positivity, and I think he left a pretty good impact. And I'm sure, he'd be proud of his impact he left. And that's why I come out here. One of the things I come out here is because, I appreciated this guy, and I appreciated the message he was, putting out in the world, and I want to help keep his legacy alive and help keep his legacy grow. So that's why I come do this. And like I said, I don't like coming to this place because I have some relatives here, I have some friends here, and it's just it brings you down. It really brings you down. But that's part of life. It's part of life. But like I said, that's my purpose of coming here. I come here, like I said, to help. First of all, to show my respect. Second of all, to help spread his legacy. And third of all, to offer this video to the world, so the ones that can't come down here and make it, that they could say goodbyes and hellos and all that from the video. Sorry about that. Yeah, one thing you'll notice as you get older, I'm 49, I'm gonna be 50 in a couple months, about 4 months. I just think Rich was 47 when he passed. But one thing I learned, like people in 20s, you just kind of laugh at stuff, But as you get older, you start, I could say you start getting more emotional, but I think you start understanding human nature and life, and realize how valuable and dear it is. And that's good. That's good. You should evolve as you get older and be a better person than you were 20, 30 years ago, or as a teenager. That's the whole point of life, is that you grow up and you learn and evolve. Well, Rich, just came by, pay my respects, and hope you're all right. Hope you're all right wherever you're at. All right, God bless.
Do whatever it takes. Reach your goals. Make your dreams come true. And whatever it is in life.
5% mentality basically is a person that's willing to do whatever it takes to reach his goal. I'm explaining that more work is always going to result in better results. There's so much in life, and there's so many things to accomplish.
The more you put into anything, the more you get out.
We want to do whatever it takes in every aspect to be the best we can be. The more hours you spend working on anything, the more you are going to get out. Work pays.
You need to put everything you can into being as successful as you can in whatever it is you want to achieve in life.
Believe me, the more you put into anything, the more you're going to get out. If you believe, honestly, 100% that you can achieve this shit, you will. Your mind is more powerful than any fucking drug out there. The more you put in, the more you get out. So stop fucking making excuses. Get out there and do whatever the fuck it takes to reach your fucking goals. Take my advice. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes. I'm trying to explain to you, the harder you work at anything in life, the faster you're going to get to your goal, the better you're going to be. Get out there and do whatever the fuck it takes to reach your fucking goal.
MrYorkieLoverFitness.com